is live from Soaring Eagle Casino. In the co-main event, Nathan the Reaper Rivera looks to extend his reign of destruction, staying undefeated in his rise through the BKFC ranks. Standing in his way is Tommy the Farmer Strydom, a battle-hardened brawler who looks to end the Rivera era and elevate himself. Then, in the main event, it's Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez, the hometown hero who clawed his way up from the undercard and looks to make a statement and launch himself into title contention. He toes the line with Cavender, a knockout machine with 2 first-round finishes. No hesitation, no fear, no limits. This is BKFC Fight Night, Michigan, live from Soaring Eagle Casino, and it starts right now!
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Fucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to a brand new battleground. For the first time ever, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship invades the Great Lakes State. From the Motor City to the Upper Peninsula, from Detroit grit to Great Lakes glory, this is a night for fighters who refuse to back down. We're inside the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort for Fight Night Michigan. And we kick things off with a preview. These are your tasters. Free samples of what's to come tonight in this fight night. Always big finishes in the preview. Enjoy. It's going to be a good one. Then it's a featherweight matchup with big rankings implications in the co-main event. Nathan Rivera, confident young fighter, unblemished in his record, but an absolute beast when he toes the line. Here to challenge the Rivera era, a man whose last fight was for the featherweight title. He didn't get the win, but that loss has put him on a mission here tonight. In the main event, cruiserweights battled out with the title shot not far in the distance. Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez from right down the road is on a major tear since 2023 and has the BKFC World convinced that he's champion material. But Cavender is happy to come into Mohawk's backyard and knock him out in the first round, just like he has all the rest of his opponents. Let's get it. And welcome inside the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort right here in Michigan, the Saginaw Chippewa Tribal Nation. And folks, what an incredible night we have for you tonight. It is a fight night, which means we're moving things even faster, more action for your buck, and we got the smaller ring. Less surface area equals more action. I call it the Ring of Fire. That is what you got tonight for your battleground. Now listen, every time we come to a new state, we want to dial it up to 11. We want to set the standard high, so expect a fantastic night of fights tonight. Now we are coming off of a high from over there in Rome, Italy. Just last weekend, we were in Rome. As you can see, Nico Gappi coming in and picking up a European title. Then Tomas Melis was able to get the win over Francesco Ricci. And then, folks, Franco Tenaglia punched his ticket to the finals of the Lightweight World Championship Tournament. And Alessio Sakara, in a pure Rocky fight, was able to upend Chris Camozzi. The celebration was on there in Rome, Italy. That was a night to remember. And that was the very first time in Rome, so it's the first time in Michigan tonight. You're going to be able to watch all of that Rome card plus tonight's proceedings right there on the BKFC app. You get it at any app store, stream it to any device. It's $7.99. That is a great deal, especially in this economy, folks. That is a great deal. You need that deal. $7.99 for a full night of fights. I spent $7 on my Starbucks today. You're going to get a full night of fights and all the archives. Incredible stuff. And you're going to get in 2 weeks, Palm Springs, I believe it's well. So you got so much action at your fingertips. It's absolutely incredible. $7.99 to get it right there on the app. Now listen, we're in a brand new state. We have some brand new fighters. We got brand new fans, potential fans. They will be fans after the first fight. So we want to get these fighters out there to you. So let's go ringside to Sean Willock and Chris Lytle. Gentlemen, this main event, big cruiserweight main event, we're going to be making some new fans tonight.
Thank you very much, Cyrus. Chris, two natural-born finishers in our main event set for the cruiserweight division. Esteban Rodriguez versus Zach Cavender.
Like you said, Sean, first round finishers, however, they go about it different ways. Cavender, power in both hands. If he touches you, he hurts you, he puts you down. Rodriguez, he overwhelms you with pressure, wears you down, tires you out, puts a pace that nobody can keep going with. So whoever gonna be able to dictate that pace is gonna win the fight.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by BKFC.com.
Okay, Sean, I'm going to go with what's called a parlay here. I'm going to take Nathan Rivera, and I'm going to parlay that with Lozano. You put those two together, you can make some good coin.
Blackout Coffee presents the unified rules of bare-knuckle fighting administered this evening for the Saginaw Chippewa tribe here in Michigan by the Wyoming Commission. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight with the bout in the lightweight division. Paris Boyd versus Ruben Arroyo. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Okay, pretty big differences here, Sean. Boyd with a 5-inch height advantage as well as that 5-inch reach advantage. He wants to stay long, control the range, make Ruben Arroyo pay for trying to get in close to land those power shots.
Ruben Arroyo, set for fight number 3 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's 12-2 in his pro MMA career. Arroyo has had one professional boxing bout. Ruben Arroyo told us in our fighter meeting, I want to stay extremely relaxed. I do not want to overthink. I want to utilize smart aggression.
But he wants to jump off very early and push forward. Pick his shots carefully, but he doesn't want to be greedy. When he gets in, land a couple punches, get back out.
Arroyo also told us, I will keep throwing my jab as well as constant 1-2s. I'll land quickly, and then I will exit to move back to range. Arroyo said I have to have smart entries, and I have to have smart exits.
Well, understanding he's going against a taller guy, that means the body should be open. Taller opponent wants to get in, land hard punches to that body. That'll bring the hands down.
Ruben Arroyo told us, I am willing to take the punches of my opponent, Paris Boyd, to work to the inside.
Always a dangerous strategy, Sean. You can't take too many punches. Let's see if that strategy pays off.
This is the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut for Paris Boyd. Fighting here in his home state, Michigan, the fighter from Detroit has had 4 pro MMA bouts. Boyd told us in our fighter meeting, I want to stay long. Boyd said, I feel extremely confident with my speed from range. I will throw my jab. That is my key punch, and that is with which I will control the distance.
But also needs to utilize that footwork, moving the entire time. Knows his opponent's going to try and come forward, so he will punch backing up. We talked about that earlier. Zach Cavender having the power to knock people out. He claims he does have it too.
Boyd also said, I believe I have massive power in my right hand. I will throw overhand rights, short right hooks. I will fully utilize my reach, but I will have extension with power.
He understands his opponent wants to get inside. When so, he's going to throw that uppercut. If his opponent's still inside, he's going to clinch and earn that break.
Our BKFC debut in Michigan. To get our evening started, we send it to the ring with the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Hello, 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 Michigan! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the most violent, the most brutal, and the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. Finally touching down in the great state of Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BKFC Fight Night! We are set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 153.8 pounds. Tonight,
He toes the line, ready for bare knuckle fight number 3. Fighting out of El Paso, Texas, by way of Isleta Pueblo, here is Ruben the Beast Arroyo. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, an even 155 pounds. He holds an MMA record of 4 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, by way of Mount Clemens, Michigan. Here is P-Dot, the knockout artist, Paris Boy. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Ruben Arroyo told us, my only real concern with my opponent Paris Boyd is his reach. Arroyo was emphatic in telling us I cannot allow Boyd to control from the outside. Round number 1, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. We're in the lightweight division, and immediately to the canvas goes Ruben Arroyo. He's in the black trunks, white trunks for Paris Boyd.
First punch landed for Boyd, got the knockdown. He said he had power in both hands. He's out to prove it tonight.
Right back to it from referee Brian Miner. Right back to it from Paris Boyd. Knockdown number 2.
He told us in his MMA career, a lot of people try to take him down, and this is why. He's too powerful. Arroyo's hurt. They got to be careful with this fight. Yes!
This fight is over. Welcome to BKFC Paris Boyd.
And that was a debut. Just what he said he was going to do, get in and land hard punches, prove exactly what a knockout artist he was. And man, did he ever show out. Crisp, clean, powerful. Arroyo had no chance in that fight. Everything he got hit with, he got hurt. You can see right from the beginning, combination, that left hand, right on the button. That left hook landed perfectly. And you can see Arroyo, feet already a little wobbly, legs, turn that chin. I mean, kind of impressed Arroyo got up. He was still a little hurt, and here's the end of the fight. Arroyo just looking for the right time. That right hand, that left hand. Good combination.
Paris Boyd told us in our fighter meeting, I have power in my left hand, I have massive power in my right hand. Chris, he showed massive power in both hands.
And that's what he kept saying, and you never know until we see the fight showing. We've seen him fight. I'd like to see him again because, man, that was an impressive display. Roy hasn't been treated like that so far, so wow.
Knockdown number 1 for Boyd of Ruben Arroyo on the left hook. Knockdown number 2, the right hand, the left hand. That is the fight. That is the win for Paris Boyd in his BKFC debut. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 31 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, P-Dot, the knockout artist, Paris Boyd.
And Sean, we always like it when people do what they say in our interviews. He was accurate, he came out, he threw powerful shots, he landed, he had power in both hands, and he ended the night early for us.
Ruben Arroyo told us he wanted to utilize smart aggression. It was pure technical aggression off of scratch from Paris Boyd. The knockdown with the left hook, to his credit, Arroyo. Off the canvas, the left hand, before that, the powerful right hand, and that is the fight. The winner, by way of round 1 TKO, Paris Boyd defeats Ruben Arroyo.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, November 15th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 84. In the main event, light heavyweight champ Josh D-Day Dyer puts his world title on the line against the one man he couldn't conquer. After a year-and-a-half layoff, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt returns. To reclaim the title, he says he never lost. Plus many other smash-mouth bare knuckle fights. Don't miss the world's most exciting combat sport. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
And here we are, folks. We are in Michigan here at the Soaring Eagle. BKFC Fight Night Michigan is presented by Bucked Up, Amnesia Vodka Ultra Premium Redefined, Russia, Alp Nicotine Pouches, and Fubo TV. And now, your next Tale of the Tape.
In the cruiserweight division, Junior Hicks versus Aubrey Mendonca. The numbers presented by Amnesia Vodka.
And you can see, Sean, another big discrepancy. Hicks, 6'3", to Mendonca's 5'7", and as well as a significant reach advantage, like 73, pretty big, 68, not that much. It's all about range and reach in this fight. Let's see who's able to control it.
This is the BKFC and professional combative sports debut for Aubrey Mendonca. He was 14-6 as an AMI in MMA. He's also had 2 amateur kickboxing bouts. Mendonca told us in our fighter meeting, I want to stay composed, utilize excellent head movement, excellent footwork while coming forward. And Mendonca said, once I'm in, I am staying in.
Sean, that height, not as tall, he knows how to use it. The one thing I thought was interesting, we talked about his past in the Army, 8 years, combat engineer. I think that definitely shaped him. He seems very quiet and poised, but he seems very focused on what he wants to do tonight.
Mendonca said, I want to work to the inside pocket, but ideally, Mendonca said, I want to be in the mid-range. I feel that I will do my best work there. Heavy hooks, big uppercuts from the mid-range.
Well, he feels like he has the speed advantage. That's going to be what's going to differentiate him and his opponent. Get inside, throw combinations, land when he's on the inside.
This is the BKFC debut for Junior Hicks. He's had 4 pro MMA bouts, 2 in pro boxing, 1 in pro kickboxing. Hicks told us, I am predominantly a counter striker. In this my BKFC debut, Hicks said, I want to establish my distance immediately. Combos from range, always off of movement.
Staying long, he understands control of the range is paramount in this. Lots of feints, lots of jabs, and then follows up with the power shots as his opponent comes in.
Hicks is ambidextrous. He told us hard jabs from both stances. Hicks said, I feel that there is no difference with me in southpaw and orthodox. I will switch when I see that there is a positional advantage. Hicks said in both stances, I have to keep moving off of the center line as I believe that my opponent, Aubrey Mendonca, will continually push forward.
Well, he knows his opponent's going to try and get inside. When so, he wants to tie up, clinch, even lean on him, be heavy, wear him down with his size.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. 3 2-minute rounds in the cruiserweight division, presented to you by Amnesia Vodka Ultra Premium Redefined. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears red trimmed in black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, an even 187 pounds. Tonight, he toes the line for the very first time. Fighting out of Fort Madison, Iowa, here is Aubrey Merciless Mendonca. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears white. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 189.6 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 7 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Greenfield, here is Junior, the Joker, Hicks. And our referee in charge of the action, Blake Grice.
Aubrey Mendonca told us, I believe that Junior Hicks will be tentative. I believe he will be hesitant to throw first. Therefore, Mendonca said it's imperative I throw first. First off, who scratched with the jab is Junior Hicks. He's in the white trunks, but now forward heavy pressure. There's the takedown in the right hand from Aubrey Mendonca.
Hicks looks a little hurt already.
Big right hand, that's a clean knockdown from Mendonca. You see him in the dark trunks.
And Sean, the guy with the tattoo, Mama's boy on his chest, I don't think he's getting up.
The count of 10, and just like that, a lightning strike win for Aubrey Mendonca in his BKFC debut.
And Sean, I saw him from the tryouts. I recommended him. I saw he was going to be good at getting in, getting out, ducking underneath punches, and boy, did he deliver. He came in and landed some thunderous shots.
That was scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Chris, we did not even need a minute for Aubrey Mendonca to show his power, his positional dominance. He told us he wanted to work to the inside. He did immediately, and then unloaded with massive shots on Junior Hicks to the finish.
Head movement, throwing power. Didn't even have to land clean. That's the kind of power this guy possesses. Like I said, Sean, I noticed this guy in the tryouts. He looked phenomenal. He had great head movement, great in and out ability. I thought at this weight class, if he can get underneath those punches and land, he's going to do some damage. People talk about reach advantage. I talk about reach advantage. It's only an advantage if you know how to use it. A guy who's very good at utilizing that head movement, that peekaboo style, that Mike Tyson, when they get in and land those powerful shots, it's difficult to deal with.
Aubrey Mendonca had a very good fighter, meaning he had really studied Junior Hicks. Again, he said, I think that Hicks will be tentative to throw. Hicks threw the first punch. It was that jab off of scratch, but then Mendonca swarmed into the inside. The first knockdown ruled as slip by referee Blake Grice. The second knockdown, that was a true knockdown. That was clean. The 10 count from Grice on Hicks. And that's a big win in his BKFC debut, and indeed, pro combat sports debut for Aubrey Mendonca.
Sean, that may have been considered a slip. However, Hicks was hurt from it, so it didn't matter if it's a slip or not. The damage was done. That is what led to the knockout. Right afterwards, Mendonca was able to land that powerful punch, and that's all she wrote.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end at 22 seconds with our referee in charge of the action, Blake Grice, reaching the count of 10 for your winner by KO, Aubrey Merciless Mendonca.
All right, Aubrey Mendonca, congratulations. That is 2 straight knockouts right in a row here in Michigan. We are giving them a show. 22 seconds. How's that feel? First time in the BKFC ring. You got to be feeling amazing right now.
I feel great. I feel great. Yo, I'm trying to get that bonus. David Feldman said he's giving bonuses. Let me get that bonus.
I love that, man. We love when people come and fight their asses off, right? That's what he wants you to do. Putting into this ring, putting in the work. Man, how does it feel to actually come out with the victory? How did it feel to actually be inside of this ring and actually throw down your first bare knuckle fight?
It felt great. No words. I can't even put into words how it feels. I just came out and fight. It just felt great. It felt like I'm supposed to be here.
You keep throwing body shots like that, you're going to be in a lot of dubs here in the BKFC. One more time, let's go, Michigan, Aubrey Mendonca.
I mean, Sean, not to pat myself on the back too much, but I did pick this guy from the tryouts. There's a reason. Good body work, great ability to get in, not get hit. I can't wait to see him progress.
Aubrey Mendonca told us, once I am in, I am staying in. Mendonca to the inside, Hicks to the canvas. That was ruled a slip correctly by referee Blake Grice. But then the clean knockdown, the 10 count from Grice on Hicks, and the win just like that for Aubrey Mendonca. Victorious by way of first round KO, Aubrey Mendonca defeats Junior Hicks.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Why settle for average when you can have it all? Step into your local GNC and grab the full lineup. And get bucked up products like pre-workouts, lightly carbonated protein, energy drinks, gummies, and so much more. Every product, every flavor. Whatever your goal, GNC has the fuel. Stock up and get bucked up at GNC nationwide.
To the welterweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches for Paul Schiller versus Casey Moses.
Okay, Sean, this one almost identical. Both guys 5'11", fist size exactly the same, only 1 inch reach difference, nothing different from the tail of the tape here.
This is fight number 2 in BKFC for Casey Moses. He was 15-4 as an amateur in boxing. Moses told us, I'm going to utilize excellent head movement, constant parries in this fight. Moses was emphatic. He said, I want a patient start. I then want to smartly work off of my jab.
Well, he learned from his first fight, Sean. He wants to make sure no more high guard. That doesn't work as well. Utilize parries, elbow blocks, making sure he's much smarter with his defense.
Moses also told us in our fighter meeting, I feel that I will be at my best in this welterweight fight versus Paul Schiller when I'm at range. Long straight punches. Moses said, I cannot allow Schiller to pull me into a brawl.
Angle off. He cannot stay right on center line. Move out of the way. Make sure he's fighting smarter, not tougher.
This is the BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut for Paul Schiller. He's had 12 amateur boxing matches, 9 as an AMI in kickboxing. Schiller told us in our fighter meeting, I want to throw very precise straight punches throughout. I will keep doubling and tripling my jab. I want to work into the mid-range, and then I will stay in the mid-range.
He wants to be very explosive. Actually wants to utilize the clinch quite a bit, but he doesn't want to waste energy while he's in there.
Schiller also said very high volume on the inside, be it the mid-range, be it the pocket, be it the clinch. Schiller also told us, I will keep moving as my opponent throws straight punches. Schiller said, I want to be relentless, but I do not want to waste energy.
In doing so, he's going to throw very high volume, which I'd say a lot of punches versus his opponent.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by Alp Nicotine Pouches. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 164.2 pounds. Tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Mattoon, Illinois, here is Casey, the Lawless Moses. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white and black. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 166.4 pounds. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, here is Paul the Slayer Schiller. This fight scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, and your referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Casey Moses told us, I will throw overhand lefts and I will throw overhand rights. Round number 1. White trunks for Paul Schiller, black trunks for Casey Moses. Big right hand on the left hand on the inside from Moses. Right back is Schiller, and that's ruled as a knockdown by Andrew Glenn. It was the short left hand getting through from Paul Schiller.
And Schiller just coming with aggressiveness, not even caring what his opponent's doing, is coming with straightforward pressure. Oh!
On the left hand. Big shots to the inside. There's the right hand getting through from Schiller. Counter left hand from Moses. Moses on the right hand.
Schiller just eating these shots, not even caring.
Right hand again from Moses. Moses off the canvas, unloading with huge right shots, and Schiller walking through those punches. Another right hand from Casey Moses.
Schiller better start caring about these shots. He can't just keep coming forward. Or maybe he can, we'll see.
Half-tie plum nearly snatched by Casey Moses. Again, we are scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Right hand on the counter. Big right hand, and we're in the knockdown apiece. And we are done. The come from behind win for Casey Moses.
Off the canvas to win, my favorite. That was a knockout. Wow. I mean, Schiller just never tried to play defense. He came forward with complete aggression the entire time. You cannot do that. Eventually, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get laid out. That was a nasty knockout. Woo!
Schiller told us, ideally, I want to stay in the mid-range. Once I'm in the mid-range, I will be there. He was in the mid-range, Chris, and he was taking massive punches, especially those short right hands from Casey Moses. Moses off the canvas to the one-punch knockout win.
And Sean, I don't know what's going on tonight. We can't even get a minute into a round. These people are coming to fight. They're putting each other out. This is fantastic.
Credit to Paul Schiller for a great start to this welterweight fight, and credit to Casey Moses for a great finish to this welterweight fight.
And it's difficult when a guy's coming at you with that kind of aggression. Eventually, you just have to plant your feet and throw back, and that is exactly what happened when Moses decided, I have to fight this guy. There's nothing else I can do, or he's going to take my head off. He's wide open. All I have to do is land a counter punch. And that's what he did, and he put him down.
Moses told us, I cannot allow Paul Schiller to pull me into a brawl. It wasn't quite a brawl. It was getting very close,
Sean,
though, Chris.
That was a brawl. There's, I mean, when you coming forward with that kind of aggression, as Schiller was, Moses either had to throw back or he just had to take that onslaught. He said, I'm not taking anymore. I got to throw a big punch. He landed a lot of big punches, actually. He landed several hard shots. Schiller took them well until he didn't. So that's what happens in that situation. You can always take them until you can't, and the fight's over.
Well done for Casey Moses off the canvas to record his first win at BKFC. Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout.
And coming forward, there's that aggressive style. It was that, and that wasn't even the knockout that got him. That's what knocked him back. Ooh. It was that second overhand right. Moses talked about throwing overhand rights and left, and that's what it did. That overhand right, oh, right on the button. That's one of the most powerful punches you can land, that overhand right. And look at it, Moses shooting him down. Bye-bye, kakak. Oh! I don't know if you realize, but Feldman likes knockouts, especially nasty knockouts.
That is a David Feldman type of fight. Paul Schiller dropping Casey Moses, and then Casey Moses dropping and indeed finishing Paul Schiller. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 57 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, Casey the Lawless Moses.
Congratulations, man. We have not made it out of the first minute yet. We got a good streak going on here in Michigan. What do you think, guys? Congratulations. You got to be feeling amazing about that. You were in a firefight. It was kill or be killed in there.
Yeah. I mean, I had in the back of my head that last fight, 2024 May, I had a pretty tough barn burner. We made the adjustments. Here we are, baby.
That was a highlight of all highlights right there. You electrified this crowd. One more time, Michigan, show some love for Casey Moses.
In that fight, Casey Moses showed not only he has tenacity, willing to get up, getting off the canvas, but an ability to have a big right hand, and when he lands it, he's going to do damage.
Great start to this fight for Paul Schiller, dropping Casey Moses. Undaunted, Moses off the canvas. He told us his overhand right was one of his key punches. Overhand right to the one punch, come from behind win. Victorious by way of round 1 KO. Casey Moses defeats Paul Schiller.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, November 15th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 84. In the main event, light heavyweight champ Josh D-Day Dyer puts his world title on the line against the one man he couldn't conquer. After a year-and-a-half layoff, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt returns to reclaim the title he says he never lost. Plus many other smash-mouth bare knuckle fights. Don't miss the world's most exciting combat sport. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
And welcome back here at BKFC Fight Night Michigan. We've had 3 straight knockouts under a minute in every one of them. Co-main event, that is Nathan the Reaper Rivera. The Rivera era continues here in Michigan. And you got your QR code right there on the screen. Scan it, get the app. You do not want to miss this show. All these knockouts, baby, let's go. And now that's his opponent tonight, former #1 contender straight out of South Africa. He showed up just 2 days ago. Tommy the Farmer Strydom, an absolute beast of a fighter. Excited to have that South Africaner back here. That's right, scan the QR code. Don't miss 1 minute of it tonight. BKFC Fight Night Michigan. And now, let's go to your next tale of the tape.
The numbers presented by Rasha for this bout at 185 pounds. Eric Westbury versus Oleg Magkaev.
Fairly similar for this one. Magkaev does have a slight 3-inch height advantage, but only a 1-inch reach advantage, which kind of negates the height advantage in my opinion.
The Russian, now based in Indiana, Oleg Magkaev, set for his BKFC debut. Magkaev 3-1 in his pro MMA career. Magkaev told us in our fighter meeting, I will be aggressive from the outside, full extension on my jab, and I am focused on throwing punches to the head of my opponent, Eric Westbury, not to his body.
And Sean, I'm not sure what it is about all these Eastern Bloc Russian fighters, but they're just tough. They're mentally tough. I think it's from their upbringing. But they come to fight, I feel like they're very disciplined when they come out and fight. Nothing wild, just very smart, sound fighting ability.
Magkaev also told us from the outside, I will continually lean back and then I will explode forward.
Feels like switching stances. He will use his jab, like I said, very smart, but he feels like he's gonna get the KO. Totally believes in his ability to land those knockout punches.
This is fight #1 in BKFC for Eric Westbury, the American from Washington, D.C. This is also Westbury's pro combat sports debut. Westbury 2-0 in amateur boxing and 1-0 in amateur bare knuckle. For the uninitiated, a few athletic commissions, including Florida, my home state of Kansas, allow amateur bare knuckle. That's 6 or 7, depending on the state commission, ounce MMA gloves. Bare knuckle rules, 3 90-second rounds. Westbury told us in our fighter meeting he he felt that that was a great initiation now into this, his BKFC debut.
So this guy, a lot of trials and tribulations. He came to a tryout a few years ago. We picked him to fight. He realized he mentally wasn't in the right place, and that's very big for a guy to understand. You have to be totally in and understand what you're getting into in this sport. He wasn't ready. He took a step back, dealt with all kinds of issues in his life, and now he's ready to go. That's impressive to me that he can understand that, and he's here to fight.
Westbury also told us, I will showcase my speed, I will showcase excellent footwork, and I will show accuracy with my jab.
Wants to get into the mid-range, wants a pocket fight, believes in his ability to get in and land powerful shots.
Again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by Russia, the official recovery and performance partner of BKFC. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and silver. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, an even 186 pounds. His MMA record stands at 3 victories opposite a single defeat. And tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Ossetia, Russia, here is Oleg Magkaev. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears blue. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 181.8 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Here is Eric Brother Vibe Westbury. This fight scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, and your referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Oleg Magkaev told us, hard right hooks, active combinations, and I have to always, quote, keep a cool head. Brian Miner bringing both fighters up to scratch, sporting touch of hands. The bell, round number 1. Fast start off from scratch for the Russian, now based in Indiana, Oleg Magkaev. Blue trunks for the American from Washington, D.C., Eric Westbury. And ruled a knockdown. You see the mandatory 8 now, given to Westbury by Brian Miner. Magkaev to the mid-range. You see the in and out movement off the jab. There's a short right hand, another right hand. Counter right, then the left hand. Westbury continuing to throw.
These guys are coming to fight. They're trying to get the knockout of the night. They're winging punches, so.
And the underhook turn from Magkaev on the reset. Magkaev stepping into the gap as Westbury pulled back the right hand. And that is ruled as a slip by Brian Miner.
That should be a lateral drop, Sean. That wasn't a slip.
That is a hard warning and referee speak.
But that was
Miner calling time.
That was a message sent by the Russian. I'm stronger than you. I'm going to hurt you.
On the left hand, there's the underhook to the canvas goes Westbury. Ruled a slip by Brian Miner again. Not as much torque on that underhook throw that time from Magkaev. 55 seconds remaining round 1, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division.
These guys are going for knockouts, Sean. I love it.
Left to the body from Magkaev. Against the ropes to the canvas and knockdown number 2. 6.
Westbury is hurt. He might want to get on his bike, move around, try and make it to the second round. If he gets hit another time, he might be done.
Westbury on his back foot, Magkaev on his front foot. Now 25 seconds remaining round 1. Left hand from Oleg Magkaev. Defensive clinch initiated from Eric Westbury.
Westbury is doing a good job of when he gets clipped, he grabs his opponent and doesn't let him get knocked out.
From the mid-range, swing and a miss from Westbury. Big left hand through from Magkaev. Again, a slip is ruled by Brian Miner.
Westbury's been on the canvas probably 6 times. He's doing a good job of continuing to fight. This is an exhausting round.
Closing seconds, round number 1. 2 knockdowns recorded by Oleg Magkaev here in round number 1. Next stop, round 2.
Very tough round for Westbury. He's made it through the first one, though. Let's see if he can relax, slow this pace down a little bit, because Magkaev is just coming in and throwing bombs. Here's the first knockdown when the first punch is landed. Well, I don't really, they counted that a knockdown. I'm not sure if I saw the punch, you know. Looked like a few misses Now that was a good punch landed, but it was really almost Westbury throwing himself off balance was what caused that, I think. But a punch was landed, so I can see that one.
Officially, 2 knockdowns ruled by referee Brian Miner in round number 1, both recorded by Oleg Magkaev.
But it was more that exhausting pace. They were throwing with full power, both guys. Look at Westbury, looks exhausted. But you can just see the heart this guy possesses. He wants to win this fight so bad. Let's see if he can regroup and come back stronger in the second round.
First up to scratch to start round number 2. Eric Westbury, Oleg Magkaev. Before he gets to scratch, medical timeout called by Brian Miner. First appearance of the night from the great Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, Dr. Don Mutsi, MD. Clearance from Dr. Mutsi.
I mean, this is if Westbury can land that overhand right, that right hook.
Round 2.
He's just waiting.
Big left hand, another left hand. Long straight punches into the canvas goes Eric Westbury, and that is ruled as a slip by Miner.
Oh!
This fight is over, and the victory for Oleg Magkaev.
And that might have been ruled a slip, but he was hit early, and that's what caused the damage. I mean, he made a great showing for himself as far as showing heart. He was on the canvas 5 or 6 times in that first round. Just a tough fight, tough first battle in the BKFC. But, I mean, what a fight. Those guys came, they brought it. That's all we ask in the sport, is you bring it in that manner. Magkaev, man, he looks like he's someone who could be tough to deal with. And just waiting for the right time, throwing that straight left. Just good, powerful punches coming forward the entire time. Look, just ready, loading up. That punch landed. That punch landed. Just kept coming with forward pressure. And you could say correctly ruled a slip. However, I think it was all the damage from that first round. That was just too much for him to overcome.
The ending sequence of round number 2, Brian Miner ruled that as a slip, but then excellent refereeing from Miner. He started talking to Eric Westbury. Miner could feel and indeed tell that Westbury did not want to continue, or at least that Miner felt that Westbury could not safely continue. Even though it was a slip, a referee can stop a fight at any moment. And that's what Miner did, and that is a really impressive BKFC debut for the Russian, now based in your home state of Indiana, Chris, Oleg Magkaev.
And Sean, when you see that a guy really doesn't want to be out there, you have to stop that fight, because this isn't the kind of sport you can do half-assed. This isn't tennis, this isn't golf. If you don't want to be there, you're going to get hurt.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 13 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Oleg Magkaev.
All right, Oleg, congratulations on the victory. You had a very tough opponent. He kept on getting back up over and over again. Were you wondering, what do I got to do to this guy?
First of all, I want to say thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for this fight. He's a very good guy. We talked with him before fight too. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today.
Listen, you have your first fight under your belt now. You have your first victory. What do you feel like your future is like here in BKFC? How high can you go here in the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship?
Honestly, when I came to US, I missed this feeling, fight with bare knuckles. In Russia, I fight almost every day. So I like it. Only championship.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, if you keep fighting like that, you're going to go to the top. One time, make some noise for Oleg Magkaev.
Yeah, Magkaev shows he has, just like a lot of the other people from where he's from, just that hard-nosed toughness, good straight boxing skills, and some ability to do well in this sport.
Oleg Magkaev told us full extension on my jab. He had full extension on his jab. He had full extension on literally every straight punch that he threw from deep mid-range. Oleg Magkaev on point. Officially 2 knockdowns of Eric Westbury in round number 1. Credit to Westbury, he showed his toughness, he showed his character, and full credit to Oleg Magkaev. Accuracy, technique, and power to the finish. The winner by way of second round TKO, Oleg Magkaev defeats Eric Westbury.
And here we are, the main event tonight. That man, Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez. He is right here at home. One half of the main event, big cruiserweight main event here at Fight Night Michigan. You certainly don't want to miss this one, so you want to scan that QR code now. Get the BKFC app, get locked in, because you know the Mohawk is bringing the heat. One of the most popular fighters in the BKFC right now. The guy's all emotion. Incredible fighter, and he sees a title shot in his future. But you got Zach Cavender, and what can you say about Cavender? He gets the job done. He is a round 1 killer. He's a knockout artist, and he doesn't care where he's fighting. He is going to pick up the victory. Cavender has all of the ingredients, has all the attributes to be an absolute champion here, folks. And this is it for the preview. You know, this is where we need you guys to scan that QR code.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet. I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing.
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
Yeah, man, I'll beat the out of him. I think it'll be 500.
Fade the flag.
We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Saturday, November 15th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 84. In the main event, light heavyweight champ Josh D-Day Dyer puts his world title on the line against the one man he couldn't conquer. After a 1.5-year layoff, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt returns. To reclaim the title, he says he never lost. Plus many other smash-mouth bare knuckle fights. Don't miss the world's most exciting combat sport. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
In the light heavyweight division, Terrell Johnson versus David Sanchez. Our tale of the tape is presented by Ball Boys.
Very similar in most aspects. 5'11" and 6 foot, 1.5 inch reach advantage for Sanchez. Looks like Johnson might have missed weight by a few pounds. Let's see if that can be the difference. Maybe not having a great training camp. I'm not sure.
David Sanchez enters 1-0 in BKFC. Sanchez had his bare knuckle fighting championship debut September of last year. He defeated Ben Robinson by first round KO in 12 seconds. In our fighter meeting, David Sanchez, who has also had 6 pro boxing bouts, told us, I want, quote, non-stop punching. He also said, most definitely, I want to make this fight a brawl.
He wants to toe the line and throw down. He said he's gonna either KO or get KO'd. He feels like his opponent disrespected him a little bit in interviews, and he came to finish the night tonight.
Sanchez said, my jab is not important. Rarely do fighters tell us that in our fighter meeting. Sanchez told us what is important are my power punches, hard twos,